Hey guys, it's Taylor, and the very first thing I want to do is apologize because I know I said I was going to make this video like a few days after I got my braces, but that did not happen because it was getting towards the end of the school year and I was very busy with work and with schoolwork, and just because finals were going to be right around the corner. I don't want to say I was putting off this video because I really wanted to do it, but I guess that's the only way I could say is that I was putting off the video. But without further ado, let's get right into this because I know a lot of you guys have been like trying to get a hold of me, and you're just wanting me to make this video. So yes, and I'm really excited to make this video. I'm gonna go day by day and how they did everything like that, and then I will do close-ups at the end because I don't have the right lens on my camera to do that right now. I said I was going to get my braces on April 13th, and I went and I went to the orthodontist on April 13th, and they had everything like, this is your expander, this is your top expander, this is your bottom expander. We're going to go ahead and put the brackets on, and then we're going to fit these, and then we're going to glue them, and then you'll be ready to go, but you're going to have a mouthful. So, I was there, they put stuff on my teeth to like clean them, and then they put, so it's basically, they described it to me as like a shampoo and conditioner. So they like shampooed my tooth pretty much, and then they conditioned it, and then they put the glue on, which I don't remember what tasted bad. It might have been the glue, but something tasted really bad, and it was just so bitter and like tart and like disgusting. I hated it a lot. And then they went ahead and just glued the brackets right on, and it was one of the helper, like assistant ladies, I guess. She was putting the glue on and putting the brackets on, and then the actual orthodontist would come over and move the bracket into the right spot, and then we could use the light to harden the glue or whatever. So they did that, and then the only teeth that didn't have brackets on was this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, this one. So there was a total of 8 teeth that didn't have brackets on them, because that's where my molar bands were going to go, and those molar bands had brackets on them because those molar bands were going to help hold in my expanders. So they were fitting the molar bands, and they were connected to the expanders, and that was pretty painful because I'm not going to sugarcoat this at all, but all I know is that that part is normally never ever painful for anybody, and it's not the orthodontist's fault either. It's the company that made the expander's fault, because they made the molar bands to go down on a tooth that was straight up and down like this. It's not a good way to explain it, but that's how they made it, and my tooth was not straight. It was like this, so the molar band was trying to go straight onto it, and that was only on the left side that it was really hurting, and it was a pain, and they couldn't even push it all the way on. So I took the molar bands off of the expander, and therefore we would not be able to put the expanders in at all. So they sized their own molar bands and sent them back, so I'd have to go get my braces 2 weeks later, like with the wire and the expanders and everything. So that was a really big bummer because I really wanted to just get this started right away and just get like the pain over with. So I just had brackets on all of my teeth besides like this one, this one, this one, this one, and my very back ones, because there's no way to put brackets on those. So I went back 2 weeks later, and they were like, oh my gosh, we're so sorry for last time. And I was like, yeah, it's not your fault or anything, because they told me what happened. So they got my expanders back with the molar bands that they sized, and lo and behold, again, it was very painful. It's just because this, they call it the lab that's making the expanders wasn't paying much attention to how my teeth were angled. They were just making the molar bands to go straight on, and my teeth, mostly all of my teeth are angled inwards when they should be straight up and down. So again, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I cried. It was very painful. I don't want you guys to be scared at all, because I just want to say that this normally never hurts for anyone, but it was hurting for me, and I normally have a high pain tolerance too. So it was just on this left side again. So they put the molar band on this side, and then the expander would go across the roof of my mouth, and then they would try to connect it to here, and it just wouldn't go. And they got it to go, they pushed it up, and she like moved, kind of stretched the molar band. It's made out of metal, I'm pretty sure. And she kind of like moved it with this tool and like opened it up more and closed it more, and she got it to go. And this assistant lady, she's really like gentle and she's really nice, and she didn't want me to feel any pain at all. So she put it on, and then the top was good. All molar bands fit, so we just cut that in, and then we went ahead and put in the bottom one. Okay, this is the part where I cried. Everything on the right side fit, but this side, this tooth right here, like, I'll do like in-depth things because y'all want to see inside my mouth. I know you do. That tooth hurt really bad, and I'm going to tell you exactly what she told me. She's like, your tooth just moved 2 millimeters in like 5 seconds. Now that normally I don't think happens. I think your tooth moves 2 millimeters in the span of a week or something. I don't really know, but in 5 like literal seconds, my tooth had already moved from like this to that, and I could tell the difference whenever we left. And they put it in, and it was just like hurting really bad, and I wasn't crying, and my mom was like, are you alright? And that's when I started crying. I was like, no, and I was like, oh god. I didn't want to cry because I know it didn't hurt that bad, but it hurt bad enough for me to cry. So they were like, oh my gosh, you want us to take it out, blah 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 blah. But then the orthodontist lady came over, and I can't make decisions for myself. I'm a very indecisive person, and she asked me, she was like, do you want to glue it in today, or do you want to do it 2 weeks later? And I was just gonna say glue it in now, because either way I think it was gonna hurt because it's gonna be the same expander. But I was like, I don't know, like I had no idea. So she was like, we're just gonna go ahead and do it. So she put it on, and I was like hurting really bad, and then they glued it on and it was still hurting, and so they gave me, I think it was like 4 Tylenol and 2 ibuprofen, or 4 ibuprofen and 2 Tylenol. All I know is that they gave me a lot. They call it the concoction, pretty much. And they gave me a lot of painkillers, and literally, like, before we even got on the highway to go back home, it had stopped hurting. I don't know if it was because of painkillers, but that tooth hasn't hurt since then, which I'm very thankful for because I cried a lot. And it was kind of a terrifying experience, as I would say, because I mean, they told me it wasn't gonna hurt, but it's not like they could have known that the lab was gonna screw up the expanders and whatever. So then I got my wire, and they gave me the thinnest wire they could just because of how painful it was in the bottom. And 2 of my teeth, right here, are not in the wire either because the wire couldn't get to the brackets. Now the wire can reach this bracket, but not this one right now. So as soon as they connect those 2 teeth, my bottom teeth are going to be very straight. Like these 2 right here, these 2, like the pointy ones or whatever, those are turned like this, and they need to be like this. And I don't know how long that's going to take or anything. I'm not going to try to rush this or whatever, but yeah. I'm super excited. I'm so happy I got these. And okay, now with the expanders, that was super difficult. I had a huge speech problem, very big speech problem. I couldn't say words. Like, I could still say words, I just had a super bad lisp, and my mom couldn't stop laughing at me. She's like, say your ABC, say this, say that, you know. I didn't want to, and I didn't want to go to school and talk, but either way, I was gonna have to get over it because I'm gonna be living like this. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, I still kind of have a lisp just because of how low my expander sits, and because my tongue just can't touch the roof of my mouth. So, and the bottom one doesn't bother me as bad as the top one. Like, I'm completely used to them. Like, when I don't think about it, I don't know that they're in there, but because I'm talking about it, I know they're in there, and I think that might be making my lisp worse. But, like, the bottom one, like, I don't have an issue with them until I eat, because food gets stuck everywhere, which is why I carry around a proxy brush, which your orthodontist might call them a Christmas tree or whatever, and you can buy packs of them for like $3 at Walmart, and they're really good, and I recommend getting them even if you just have braces and no expander. Yeah, they're really useful to have. Okay, so I have a Philips Sonicare toothbrush. You can get it at Walmart. It has like the little head and just vibrates. I use Crest Original toothpaste, so no whitening, because you do not want to use that while you have braces. And I also use the ACT Act Braces Care mouthwash, which is, it's blue. It's not super minty, it's minty, but it's also sweet at the same time, and it's alcohol free, so it does not burn. But it has fluoride, so it says you, like, every time you use it, you're not allowed to eat for 30 minutes, eat or drink for 30 minutes after, which normally I'm not after I brush my teeth. I don't plan on eating until lunch or dinner or the next morning for breakfast or something. So that's pretty much like my braces care. Oh, I also have a water pick, which is from Walmart. It was like $35. It was the cheapest one they had, and it doesn't hold very much water, but you just have to refill it every single time you want to use it, you know. But that works really well, especially if your teeth are sore but you still want to floss and you can't floss like normal like floss. I mean, you still can, but it might hurt if you're sore. So just use the water pick and you just make it go everywhere in your mouth, and it works very well. It leaves your mouth really clean. So also, when I do my close-ups, my top expander is like a turquoisey ocean green kind of color, and there's also some discoloration on the sides of it because that's where I stick my Christmas tree proxy brush into. That's where the food gets stuck, so that's where I stick that at, and it's kind of discolored it to like a light color, like maybe a white or something. I don't really know, but if you guys are just wondering what that is, there's nothing pointy on any of my expander. They bent the wire inwards to where it's not stabbing me, so I didn't have an issue with that. But whenever, since I was so used to already having just the brackets on, whenever they put the molar bands on, which also had their own brackets, that's when I started getting cuts back here. My cheeks got really disgusting, and because my wire right here doesn't go into the two teeth right there, it's just wire, and it's cutting my lips. Like, it was cutting both sides, and it hurt really bad. This side, like right here, healed. This side has not healed, and it's been basically an open cut for like 2 weeks now, and it's just been burning and it hurts. I probably need to put wax on it to help it heal, but honestly, I hate using wax. Like, wax really helps, but it also is just a pain in the butt, you know, especially just to put it on a wire and not a bracket. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to tell you. But it's summer now, so I should have a lot more videos coming out. And if you guys like want to request any kind of videos, if you guys want me to start vlogging or doing like driving with Taylor or something like that, then just comment below, because I think all of those would be really fun. And just request any kind of videos below, whether it has to do with braces, any kind of video. I will do anything. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the close-ups. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the close-ups now, and I know that I just got like a lot further back in the quality difference. It's just going like down. That's because I had to change my lens. So I'm the only lens that I have that zooms in and can focus up close. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick. Okay, so this is a close-up. This is really disgusting because this is my face and it's not the best. Okay, so this is what they look like. And if you go look at my past videos before I even got spacers, you can see how different my teeth are, because they had to make my teeth worse before they could make them better because of the spacers. And like, there's a cut on my lip right there, as you can see, because the wire doesn't go through these two teeth. But here, okay, so this is where our molar band is, and here, and back here, and the same spots on the top. So here's my bottom expander. This is really awkward. Okay, so my top one is, you know, different because it's not metal. It has, it's not just metal. It has two pieces to it. It's not a rapid palate expander like everybody else's you normally see, but I don't know if you can see that here. Hold on, let me get my flashlight. I'll upload pictures too, because that wasn't very good, but yeah, I have hooks on from this tooth all the way to the back. Or this tooth all the way to the back, this tooth all the way to the back, this tooth all the way to the back. So I have 4 hooks here, here, and here. That's 4 times 4. So I have 16 hooks. I'm only going to have, I think, 3 or 4 different rubber bands in different shapes just to pull. Pretty sure these teeth down. These ones are hanging back. I don't really know. But sorry if I'm not looking over here. This is where I have like my camera connected to my computer so I can see myself better. But yeah, I chose purple when I just had my brackets. I had like a teal color, which I think that's what I'm gonna do next time. But yeah, I'm gonna go. So